What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Squee-El's gaming channel. Today it's Citadel Forged with Fire, a game from the past. It's another one of the base showcase videos, and I've got my first base here in front of me, kind of near the mid spawning castle, which is that right there. If you guys have played the game, you're familiar with the castles that are just kind of where you spawn in. I found this little river here, not too far, kind of with two little island pieces in the center here. This is kind of just my makeshift little Quidditch field because I got a ball there, and then there's like goals on each side. Never really planned on actually using it, but that's cool. You get over here to where my base is. There's kind of bridges on each side to connect, so the whole river's this kind of one piece. This was meant to be, I guess, like a landing pad, takeoff point for broomsticks, just for fun. I got a little creative with this one. This is the best thing I could do for a ship in this. Oh, this guy's taking shots at me, a little ferry. That's a little storehouse, just a warehouse, nothing really fancy about it. And you get inside the wall here. This is actually my base. I've got a little farming area here that I sort of got started on. This is your mana / health pool, which is kind of a thing in this game. You'll always have these pools that you use to refill your bar and stuff. This was meant to be like a little taming pen. I've got a boar in there right now that I guess I tamed recently. And then I've got some chests over here that have my various different tames. I've got the boar out, and I guess an elk somewhere that I don't remember taming. But I've got a horse, a bear, a flame dragon, which is just kind of like a smaller wyvern, really. It's not even a dragon. And then I've got a white wolf, and then this balrog type thing. I called it the balrog. It's just really like a giant kind of demon-looking thing walking around. I would take them out and show you guys, but the taming in this game is a little finicky. It's glitched, for one. I've already lost my primary dragon, who was actually like a big full-blown dragon, to withdrawing him from a chest, and upon withdrawing him, he was no longer tamed, and he just started going crazy. It was weird. I don't have really an explanation for it, but we're not going to be messing with tames in this video. This is kind of my main base here, really quick too. It's got this little area over top, which this was my my blacksmith farm. This is another game that it has a creative mode, so you don't really have to cheat in order to actually cheat in this game. You can just turn on creative mode, much like No Man's Sky when you start playing, and everything requires no resources to make, so I can build how I want and also craft what I want. That being said, it's still greatly beneficial for your character to gain experience, and a great way to gain experience is through crafting, forging, whatever. So that's what I did. That's what that was for. I had a bunch of blacksmiths that were pretty much almost constantly active. Let's see. There's another ferry somewhere. Someone was just taking shots at me. Ironically, now no one's going to show up. This is sort of just a little house that I built for myself. Thought it was cool. Nothing really fancy here. I like the use of the stone in this game. The building, actually, for this kind of being one of the cheaper survival building experiences, the building is pretty solid in this one. This is sort of my town center / hall, place to meet, eat, show off paintings, trophies. I kind of end up having a theme of where there always tends to sort of be one of these buildings in most of these types of games now. And that's pretty much it, other than the tower there, which goes all the way up. It's got this little base area here, which is kind of another little house in a way. However, the staircase to get upstairs is hidden behind this bookshelf, which I just thought was a cool little effect. And then you would take the staircase all the way up the top here. Cool windows, cool view, right? The building in this game, like I said, is pretty what's up. If there was more to this game, I could have built a lot more. I really like the use of the magic, too, as I've been flying around my broomstick. That makes it unique. Got a shield spell. It's all about magic, as opposed to where other games focus more on other themes. But this is the tower. kind of just a little area where I've got a lot of these transmuters. Made it look kind of cool. I could maybe put some more bookshelves in here just because I think that would make sense. But then you got a little stairway up top here to the very top of the tower. I like my colored torches in this game. And just some more stuff. I thought this was a really cool little, it's the mystical conjurer, but I just thought visually this is one of the coolest looking things. But anyway, this is what I would consider my main base. This is kind of my home. This is where I started. This is probably my biggest base, and it's where I keep most of my stuff. There is a storage chest in this building, my town center, which, wow, yeah, just, I flew too fast, guys, and I killed myself. I guess we'll take that opportunity to go ahead and spawn over here and check out this castle. Cool thing about this game too is when you die, it actually takes a good 2 or 3 deaths in a row to really punish you too severely. You know, I won't lose my whole inventory. Even the fact that I still have my epic broom here is just really useful. Because I died at the base here, I flew into the wall. I tried to land too quick is what happened. But I can fly back over here now. See if I can pinpoint where I died. That might be the tricky part. Nope, here we go. Interact with the loot. Here's all my stuff, loot it, and I'm good. Now, anyway, what I want to do is I guess I was trying to show you guys the inside of my town center here, which is just, this was kind of my original crafting area, and then down here I had some extra stuff. This is the teleporter, a respawn stone, so I could have actually just respawned here. Forgot about that. And more crafting stuff. A repair bench is very useful in this game because then you don't have to really constantly remake gear. You can just repair it. But anyway, now we can keep an eye out for this because this is marking a tower. And the tower is the most convenient way to fast travel in this game. There's towers throughout. And since I'm on my broom, I can just fly all the way up to the top of the tower here, land, here's a portal. It's fast travel, right? So my other base is in this volcano type area here. So I'm going to travel to the closest portal. And just like that, we're here. Get my bearings real quick. It's that right there. So we're going to fly towards this. Now this area is going to be kind of risky. This is actually where I've tamed my bigger dragon from. So I guess at some point, if I decide to keep playing this game, I will actually have to sort of farm the spawns of this area to get another dragon so I can replace the one that died. But there's also a lot of these fiends running around, and they're all high level creatures. Some of them have ranged attacks, so it's a scary area to be in. This right here, this little ghetto box, this was actually my tame pin. It's kind of a mess so that I can fly through here with the broom if need be, but then when I spawn a big creature back here, so to say, they aren't going anywhere, and even if they have a ranged attack, like a mouth fireball, which can kill me in 1 or 2 shots, they're going to have a hard time hitting me because there's so many crevices and little places that I can be. There's layers to this base, pretty much. Even though it's ugly, it's functional. Maybe at some point I'll do a video of actually taming a new dragon, since I'm really going to need one at some point. That would be the next project for me in this game if they don't come out with new content, which I don't think they will. But anyway, now that I've dug myself out of that mess, this is my secondary base. I'm just double checking, looking around to make sure there's no dragon or anybody that wants to attack me. It's got a whole cool entrance here. The ceiling is got these fortified fire turrets. And I have a portal here, actually. I guess I need to put a portal at my other base. Kind of drop the ball on that one, because then I wouldn't have to fly to the tower to fast travel. But, you know, it's kind of cool that you guys got to see how the towers work. But that's it. Yeah, I had to go crazy with the pillars in this one, like I have a couple times in games. I avoided the lava just barely, and was able to build a base that is also safe from the spawning enemies around it because it has a force field. So even though it's kind of risky being in this area in general, the base, if you're inside of it, you're in no real danger. Which, now we'll open it. I'll land. I have this cool little hallway, red carpet here. I just thought this base was small but really cool. I was crafting something at some point. come back and grab that stuff later. And then you just have this main room here. That's really all it is. Just a bunch of cool stuff. Looks really neat. It's actually pretty effective. I had a slight storage here. It's where I keep my secondary throne. In this game, you can't really build as wildly as I would in some of the other games because your building is mostly based around your throne. You can build other stuff, but if you don't have a nearby throne, then you can't lay ownership to whatever it is you're building. So therefore, certain crafting stations and stuff just don't work, and it's a pain. So yeah, you can really only have 2 bases in this game, but that's my second base. You guys saw my first one. That's my second one. Now, all that being said, you can actually, we don't even need to leave now. Look at this portal here. I do have a third base. It's in another realm. So the first thing we're going to do, I think this is where my main base is. Yeah, so we're going to go back to this tower. And head over to the spawn castle. I may need to double check how to get over there, but there's basically a portal, I think, at one of these castles. It might have been the third castle, maybe that's why I was there. But here's a portal, so let's see. Oh yeah, this should work. Yeah, because there's the regular portal. So this portal here, this should probably be at all of the castles, but if not, it's either the middle. I think it's the middle one here where I'm at. But you use this portal, and this will take you to a free expansion that they added to the game eventually. It's another realm. It drops you in this tower. Now, right off the bat here, we're in a whole nother map. So I've got 2 bases here. This is the first one. I built it right on top of the portal that brings you here, so it's the first thing you arrive at when you end up here. It's got a little stair area, kinda. Get all the way up here. Yeah, middle area here even. Just kind of a bed. And we've already got a little bit of a view. You can see kind of outside this new mystical realm. It's a totally different place than where we just were. And actually, I thought it was a really cool little addition to the game, to be honest. There's different creatures out there and everything. Not that we've seen a whole lot of the creatures in the game so far. And then up top here, there's a portal. Right? That would get you back. So, trying to remember how to switch weapons here real quick. There we go. X. Now the kicker in this one, while you're in this mystical realm, you cannot use your broomstick. I can't fly. So, that's what I was trying to do there, but it occurred to me, yeah, you can. So, but either way, we've got 2 different portals. And then when you step outside this tower here that we were just in, I kind of built this little fortress. Just sort of fortifying the entrance about as much as I could. I threw a force field on it. So, it's all cool. And then outside there's even this top little area here when you take the stairs. It's just the crafting hub. I threw everything in here. And there you go, though. You can open the front gates here. There's 2 of them. And then pretty much step outside the force field, and you could go in whatever direction. There's another whole just wide open world here. This spot right here, outside here, this is actually my tame storage here. There's nothing in it because this is where I had the glitch take place, where my dragon died, right over here. Quite unfortunate. He took one of my unicorns out with him, which the unicorn is something that you can get in this area. The kicker is that it's really hard to catch. It was a real nightmare to tame, and I pulled it off and then it died. So, kind of one of the reasons I quit playing this game, not gonna lie. It frustrated me at one point in time. But yeah, so all that being said, I'm gonna go back up top here, or maybe right here even, because this portal actually could take me back to, I guess, anywhere in the mainland. I don't remember building that, but that's a portal that obviously I built at some point. So that's pretty cool. Not only could I just travel back to where I came from, but I could drop myself at any of the towers in the first map, so to speak. But this is my main base of this area, so to speak. So I do have an outpost here. It's not really a full-blown base, but it is kind of another place on the map. It's hard to explain how to get here from where we just were. It's kind of up and over a mountain and stuff. It's a ways away. But it's another tower, kind of similar to what we just had. It's got its second level here, which I didn't do anything with on this one. And then it's got its first level, which I made sure to kind of secure. I blocked the openings, so the bottom level here is still very much isolated. There's not really anything that's going to get in here and mess with you. And then you've got this area here, this one area that's not blocked, but I did secure it. I kind of boxed it in here, made a little fancy doorway, some stairs, and that takes us outside. And this tower is at the edge of like a little path, so there you can see the full tower. Decked it out, and you would walk off this way to further explore this part of the map. And that's pretty much it. Those are my Citadel bases. So I can go back in here now, though, because I'm not looking to adventure. And I'll head to the very top of this tower, where I can then travel back to base 1. And that's kind of what keeps my bases connected. That's another thing I always try to do if I'm building outposts and bases, you know, more than one. I like them somewhat connected. It's via some type of system, whether it's just raw portals like this one, or No Man's Sky even does portals. But some kind of fast travel. I am definitely a person who appreciates my fast travel. But now we're back at the first tower, so there's not a whole lot more to say really here as far as just the base. You know, you guys kind of got a glance of it. Some of my bases aren't the biggest, but they just get really cool, or I just kind of come up with a singular idea and just run with it. I just thought this one was kind of cool, mainly just also because the backdrop for this is really cool. This map is very visually pleasing, and it is kind of potentially safe if any kind of hostile tame or whatever were to decide to approach the base. It's got a chance to defend itself between the walls, turrets, usually force fields. I definitely like the outfits a lot in this game too. I got my little cool katana here, which just a way to smack enemies, does a decent amount of damage. But you've pretty much seen the bulk of my Citadel experience now, though. We're getting through a decent amount of the bases that I've established in the last several years over various different building survival games. I'm not sure really what to call this genre yet, but this was Citadel. This was one that this game probably not as many people would have played, even if you are a bigger fan of the genre, so maybe check this one out. There's a lot more to it. Some things definitely I like about this game that make it unique in the genre. But if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel. As always, that helps me out, and I thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.